Hello. Hello. I hope you've been having a good day. I started doing ASMR for the first time last week, and in that video I whispered, and I think it went pretty well. I really enjoyed whispering, but I had some requests for soft spoken, and actually the comment I used to get very frequently when I used to do makeup videos was that I had a very soothing voice. It's definitely changed as I've gotten older, but hopefully you can still be relaxed. I'm going to keep going with kind of testing how things sound and how things work out with my phone and the camera, primarily the audio. So today is going to be very different from last week. Instead of whispering and focusing on hand movements, although I love hand movements so much, I think today I'm going to read to you from the glossary that I've compiled for my biology course. So it's just a list of terms and concepts and their definition or explanation. And I'm going to read it all in a soft-spoken voice. I'm also going to do a little bit of typing. I had a request for some typing, keyboard typing, and I have nice long nails right now. Long nails that sound really clickety-clackety when I type. So I thought it was a really good time to try that out. My glossary is in alphabetical order. So I'm going to start with the A's, naturally. So my bio course has focused a lot on plants. A lot of these terms and concepts will be related to plants. In this unit so far, we've started learning about some of the hormones that can be found in plants. So, one of these hormones is abscisic acid, an inhibitory hormone in plants that helps a plant adapt to stress. It also plays a key role in the closure of the plant's stomata, in bud development, and seed dormancy. So, from what I understand, abscisic acid helps a plant know when to stop growth. For example, when the seasons change and the light quality is not the same. The tree cannot absorb as much light energy as it can in the summer, and so it needs to stop growing some of its appendages, like leaves and buds and seeds. Another plant hormone that I recently learned about are auxins. Auxins are a plant hormone that promotes stem elongation and inhibits growth of lateral buds. So, auxins are a component of primary growth because primary growth in a plant is vertical and secondary growth is typically lateral. My understanding of plants is very limited and very new, so I may say some things in this video that are not necessarily accurate. This is really just about relaxation and maybe hearing something that piques your interest that you'd like to look into on your own. Chloroplast, chlorophyll-containing organelle found in photosynthetic plants and organisms. This is the site of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll in chloroplasts is what makes a leaf appear green. You may have heard the terms monocot and dicot before. These terms refer to how many cotyledons a plant has. I hope I'm saying that word correctly. I've never heard it said aloud. But the cotyledon is an embryonic leaf in seed-bearing plants. These are the first leaves to appear from a germinating seed. Cytokinins are another type of plant hormone, and they sound like the word cytokinesis because that's exactly what cytokinins do. They are plant hormones that promote cell division or cytokinesis in plant roots and shoots. Ethylene is a very interesting concept. It's a plant growth substance involved in growth, fruit ripening, and breaking of dormancy. Fruits start to emanate ethylene when they start to ripen, and it causes the other fruit around them to ripen as well. This is why all fruit seems to ripen around the same time on any given tree. Tropism is also one of my favorite concepts related to plants. Tropism is the motion of a plant in response to a stimulus. many different kinds or versions of tropism. Thermotropism, for example, is the movement of a plant in response to temperature. I'm actually doing an experiment right now with a plant where I expose one side of the plant to cold air and the other side of the plant to hot air, or at least warm air. And my hypothesis has to do with thermotropism. I think that over time, the plant might move slightly or lean or angle toward the warm air, because my understanding is that a plant's xylem sap, so the water and nutrients absorbed through the roots, needs to be warm enough to flow and to transpire up the xylem of the plant. The xylem is the vascular tissue in plants that conducts water and dissolved nutrients upward from the roots to the leaves. And I think that if the xylem sap freezes, it's kind of like having a blocked artery. It won't be able to perform transpiration anymore. So far, my hypothesis is correct. Another kind of tropism is geo or gravitropism, which is movement of a plant in response to gravity. With all tropisms, there can be negative or positive tropism. If it's negative tropism, then the plant moves away from the stimulus. For example, negative tropism would be a plant moving away from cold air. That would be negative thermotropism. An example of a positive tropism could be a plant moving or growing towards a water source. This would be positive hydrotropism. And of course, hydrotropism is the movement of a plant in response to water. Another kind of tropism is thigmotropism, which is the movement of a plant in response to touch. This could include a plant growing, and in its path of growth, it touches a tree, for example, and it begins to grow around the tree that would be a positive thigmotropism. So, like I said, this is only my second ASMR video. I was excited to try soft spoken after having someone request soft spoken last week. If you watch this, you're the person who requested that I read Commotion in the Ocean, and I do intend to do that. I would love to do that. I just need to get my hands on the book because I'd love to be able to show the book and trace things in the book while I read it to you. I would definitely like to improve my soft-spoken skill. I think that with practice, this could even be my forte because this is really relaxing to do. Someone else requested the keyboard typing. If you like the way I did it, I'd be happy to do more keyboard typing. I love that sound so much. I could also do it more like this next time, instead of actually typing, if this is a bit more relaxing. I was really excited that people seemed to like my video last week. I hope you like this one too, and I want to thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, it really helps me if you hit the thumbs up. And if you'd like to leave another request, I'm very excited to be doing requests. And please feel free to even add suggestions for improvements. I hope that this helped you relax and that you get a good night's sleep, or that you can focus on whatever it is you need to focus. I'll be back with another video soon. Until then, goodbye.